right, guys, listening in, especially you, Gary Vaynerchuk. This is my first episode, my first podcast, The Survival Guide to Life. Jack Ma quoted, "If you want to win in the 21st century, you got to empower others. You got to make them better than you, and only then you will be successful." Now, who the fuck am I? My name's Amar Salih. That's AMMAARSALIH. I was born in the island of Sri Lanka with the heritage of Moroccan. I immigrated to America when I was 3 years old. I'm 27 now, and I don't want to get too into detail on this episode, but I grew up in West Rogers Park. You can call it kind of ghetto, whatnot. I was on the dark side my whole life. Gangbanging, crimes. I grew up lost. I realized my fucking wrongs. I manned up, put on my big boy pants, and I walked into the light. Now, fast forward to 2020, I just launched my own real estate company, Periodum Property Conciliario, Latin for the expert property advisor for Prospect Equities. If you need to buy a house, rent an apartment, or even lease a storefront, or find your next investment, download my mobile app simply by texting PE Salih, that's PESALIH to 87778. Now, during this pandemic, I'm sure you guys are going crazy like me. You're bored and you're wanting to know how to utilize your time. One way is by learning something. So you can either learn something or you can just watch shit all day and waste your time. It's easy to dream, but it's hard to execute. Quoted by Gary V. Now, recently, I just got accepted at Harvard Business Online, the Harvard Business, for their entrepreneurship cohort, beginning in June 24th. Now, on this episode, I mainly want to focus on developing an entrepreneurial mindset. Do you want an entrepreneurial mindset? Let's start by dispelling one of the most common myths. Entrepreneurs are not born. They're driven to it. Have you ever had that feeling in the pit of your stomach that you're meant to do something bigger, more meaningful than what you're doing right now? You're a fucking entrepreneur. You just need to learn to think like one. You simply need to harness your entrepreneurial mindset. Anyone can learn how to act like an entrepreneur, build these habits, and learn some business hacks to fearlessly create a business or start your next side hustle. You can work towards starting a business and earning passive income without quitting your job, without knowing how to code, or without that $1 million idea. Having a proven e-commerce business also helps too. But here's the fucking thing. The biggest killer, the number one killer of an entrepreneurial mindset, it's not what you would expect. It's not failure. It's not the fucking economy. It's not a bad idea. It's that self-doubt in ourselves, in our surroundings, and our abilities. Self-doubt kills many dreams long before any external factor can even come into play. You got to learn to master your inner game. People are scared of starting or pursuing their dreams. They don't want to get up out of bed. They just want to lie back. And even if they do start, at the first sign of struggle, they're convinced they don't have what it takes anymore. This is why your thinking is fucking key. It's the beginning to everything. That's why I recommend the book Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, Brian Tracy. So being an entrepreneur, it starts with that feeling inside you. That entrepreneurial spirit, you'll need to nourish and hone. Whether you're an employee looking to level up your career or a founder and CEO like me, whether you master the entrepreneurial mindset, you will begin to accomplish more goals than you ever imagined. As humans, we're all unique, yet there are definite qualities of an entrepreneur and the way we think and act. Although there's no gene, no fucking innate thing you're like born with or not. I know for a fact that successful entrepreneurs think and act in similar ways. No matter how different we all are as individuals, we all think the same as entrepreneurs. Some entrepreneurs want to change the world. Some simply want to provide a better life for themselves and their families. Some of us, like me, we want to do both. While spending the last 10 years in business and sales myself, reading business books and studying entrepreneurs, I've came to the conclusion that all entrepreneurs have 5 similarities. Now, these similarities start with number 1, decisiveness. To succeed as an entrepreneur, you must gain the ability to look at a problem or a situation and digest all the available data you have at that point in time, and then make a confident enough decision to move forward. Your ability to make a fucking decision will make or break your future success. In fact, on the opposite end, indecision, one of the greatest causes of business failures. When you can't decide what to do, you delay in taking action. When you take no action, in other words, you do nothing. Think about how many dreams or businesses fail because they don't take any action. Like many skills, entrepreneurs need to be decisive, and that skill should be practiced and strengthened every day. And it starts with the tiniest decisions. Number 2, confidence. There are many skills you would need to learn to accomplish everything you want in life. But how do you act confidently when you don't even know what the hell you're doing? You learn to act with confidence. The second characteristics of an entrepreneurial mindset, and one of the most important qualities of an entrepreneur, is confidence. It's essential you get used to uncomfortable feeling of knowing that you don't know what you're doing. Whether it's getting on stage to speak, launching your next product, or writing a book, we tend to see others doing it, and incorrectly we assume that they've always been good at it. They weren't born knowing how to speak confidently. They weren't born launching successful products or writing excellent books. They learned, and we can learn too. The difference between appearing good or bad at something is just acting confidently. Number 3, accountability. You heard that, guys? Accountability. The entrepreneurial mindset comes from taking responsibility for your actions and your outcomes. You need to internalize this and accept that. The moment you accept that is the moment you'll move forward. Everything that happens at work, you're responsible for. Everything that happens to your business, you're responsible for. Whether you succeed or whether you fucking fail, you're responsible for. From this moment forward, you must accept responsibility for everything in your life and hold yourself accountable. Sorry to tell you, but nobody cares how little time, money, or external support you have to fucking accomplish your goals. Your circumstances may not be your fault, but they're your responsibility. All that matters is that right now, you're finding success. Tony Robbins said the past does not equal the future. So stop passing the buck and blaming others. Hold yourself accountable. Even when you aren't to blame, take action and fix the problem. That's the entrepreneurial mindset. It requires you to take complete control and hold yourself accountable to your outcomes, both good and bad. 4, resilience. As an entrepreneur, you'll need to learn to deal with making mistakes and failing. They're inevitable and part of your growth. Jack Ma quoted, "No matter how tough the chase is, you should always have the dream you saw the first day in front of you. It will keep you motivated and it will rescue you from weak thoughts." This mind shift takes resilience and is the foundation of the entrepreneurial mindset. Success rarely happens in a straight fucking line. It's more of like a roller coaster and then straight up and staying up. So With that being said, resilience isn't only helpful, but it's essential. You got to take actions. Taking wrong turns and making mistakes is something that happens to everyone. The only people who don't make any mistakes are the people who don't do shit and just sit on their ass. Simply decisions you made that didn't turn out right, you just need to have that resilient mindset. Having resilience enables you to think and act and move constantly and slowly mastering yourself. Or as Tony Robbins says, unleashing the power within. Now, the fifth thing is humility. Humility is freedom from pride or arrogance. It ties all the characteristics of entrepreneurship from decisiveness to confidence. Humility will keep you focused and centered from accountability to resilience. You will continue to move forward through failure, mistakes, and upsets. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to get yourself into another room where you're the fucking stupidest person. If you hang out with 4 millionaires, you're bound to be the 5th millionaire. Along with humility comes coachability, the ability to be coached. If you want to accomplish big things in life, you need to be willing to learn from others who have done it before you and nourish a growth mindset. To do big things, you need to grow. To grow, you need to learn. No matter if you're trying to accomplish something, someone already has done it before you. Thinking like an entrepreneur means seeking out mentors, coaches who have been where you are and trying to go. And having a humility is accepting their guidance. Now, take the next step and develop your entrepreneurial mindset. There's so many misconceptions around entrepreneurship and starting a business. It's no wonder there's so much doubt and so little confidence. Let's dispel some few misconceptions. Entrepreneurs are born hustlers. Wrong. You need a unique idea to be successful. Wrong. Starting an online business requires technical skill. It requires no skill at all. They're 14-year-old kids developing and starting online businesses. So why aren't you? You can't succeed without full-time effort. Wrong. You can succeed without putting full-time effort. As long as you're putting some effort and that effort's consistent, it will go a long way. To be clear, mastering your entrepreneurial mindset isn't easy at all. Nobody said it was going to be easy. The most important thing is by starting to follow a proven formula. Again, I recommend Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, Brian Tracy. It's what you practice in private, you'll be rewarded for in public. Tony Robbins. Your legacy will be written by only you. Gary Vee. You need to go into this journey knowing you can get past any obstacle that comes to you, because you can and you fucking will. All right, that's it for the first episode of the Survival Guide to Life. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Amar Salih. Follow me on Twitter at TheRealAmarS1. TheRealAmarS1. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Amar Salih. And follow me on Facebook, Paridum Property Conciliario. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.